The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom O'Brien, Tommy O'Brien, and Darrell Martin.
Welcome, folks. Tommy O'Brien, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials up 101, Nasdaq's up 26, S&Ps are up 9.5. You have the gold contract down $12.40, trading at $12.2360. Silver's down 9 cents, $17.84. You get copper up 2.5 pennies at $2.79. Notes, the 10-year note down 9 ticks, 124.16. 30-year bond off 23 ticks, 151.06. And King Dollar's up 234 ticks, 101. You get the euro trading at 106, and the yen is at 113, almost 114. If you haven't test drove the Nadex platform, folks, great time to do it. Come over to our website at TFNN. See the banner on the top of the side. You can bring up the exchange. They'll put $25,000 of paper money into your account, and you can see how these defined option contracts trade. Another day, another 100 points.
I know, right? That was going to be my line. Green across the board, and Dow's up 100 points. And
intense.
Yeah, we're only what, less than 3% away from Dow 21,000. Sure.
Yeah, right,
Totally.
right. Totally. Amazing. Let's go over and we'll take a look, folks. If you, I want to go take a look at the euro first. So I showed you what I was doing last night. Bottom line, it's a bad trade right now, that's for sure. So if we take a look here, well, let's bring this over here first.
Sure.
So the Nadex platform, folks, on Sunday nights you can start trading this thing at 6 o'clock.
Currencies.
Currencies, yes. Okay. Bottom line is that I went into the euro early.
So yeah, 720 last night. It looks like. Let's see where. We'll pull up the chart.
Yeah.
And so you went long the euro, which would be like short the dollar.
Right.
Inverse.
Right.
I'm sure we'll go over that as well.
Right.
I'm just backing it up. Maybe not that much. Yeah. So this is last night. Right around here, maybe.
I was paying a little premium because I'll show you what I did.
Okay.
What I did, and this is important when we talk about the aspect of you want to test drive this to understand these different contracts, right? So when I bought this, it was out of the money.
Okay.
And it was a very small risk. I think I was risking $65.
Yeah, so 1063 is going to be the floor, which is going to be right here.
Right.
And yeah, it looks like you got in at like 1062. But that's not right.
No.
Pretty close to the floor.
It was. Well, it was down here, actually, I think.
That's 920.
Oh, no, it's right here then. I get in right here.
Yep, that's 720.
Yeah,
that's it.
So.
Okay, 10615.
Yeah,
about was
right. That's right. That's right. I needed another 15 to 20 ticks just to come into the money.
Okay.
And the difference is that when I pull up these other contracts, it says, okay, hold it. I was going for $65, and that was for 5 contracts. And in there, it's a buck a point, a buck a tick.
Yeah,
on
so it
these
looks
ones.
like you got in at 106.43, so 13 ticks over the 630, so $13 per contract.
Right. And I'll show you what I was looking for. Now, this is where this gets sick, because before I was going to bed, I was saying, man, I should put this in, but it was like, okay. So what happens is that the euro itself won't move until...
I chuckle because you weren't up at 3 in the morning, right? Is that what you're going to go over? God, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, but I could have put the bid in.
You could have.
I could have put it in. Okay, and I was looking at that, and I'll show you why I was looking at it, because it was like, okay, this is the consolidation that's out there. I'm saying to myself, okay, well, that's not that far to go, you know, the 106.58. But the correlation actually has to do with the dollar. If I bring the dollar, because I have the volumes on the dollar. So if I take the dollar, you're going to see just the opposite had been happening, is that the dollar was up at the ties from the open on Friday.
Yes.
And I liked how there was nothing up here. Man.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So that's what I was looking for. Now, on the other side of that, the correlation of where I thought it was going to go had to do with the correlation that, see this high volume swing low?
Sure.
And what we're looking at, folks, it was a 100.560. Well, at 3 o'clock in the morning, it went down to 100.570.
It did.
You know? So those correlations are important to understand. And I guess what I decided going to bed, I says, you know what, $65, I'm not going to put it on.
Yeah, you had $13 per contract.
But guess what? I would have been up $120 or something. I should have put it on.
You may have. You may have. Yeah. It was quite a run, you know, for a short-lived period of time, for sure. 3, 4 in the morning, and then right back underneath it. Yeah.
And then this morning, so this morning, I turned around. I got a tough day happening here. This morning, I turned around, and when the gold contract was coming down, I let it test twice, and then went for it, but that wasn't enough. Wow.
Gold's having a tough day. Yeah.
I have to 130. So, bottom line is that first I let it come down there at the 820.
Okay.
Let it go into that level, and I bought 5 contracts. Then I let it test again. It was a lighter test, and I bought 5 more. So the bottom line now, on this one here, I also bought that very close to the bottom of the box.
Sure.
So the risk is the aspect of losing it all versus something in the middle. But in both cases...
sure. So, yeah, you have 10 contracts in the gold, and each one, so you would add $325, maybe $32.50 per contract.
Yeah, at risk.
Right. And your floors are $12.25. Let's just pull it up real quick, and you'll see right now it's slightly underneath that, of course. So we'll see. But yeah,
the cool thing is here is that they're not hitting the equities, folks. Which you stay right there. Tommy and I will come right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 100. You get the Nasdaq up 27. S&Ps are up 9.5. Let's go to our man Carlos in California. Hey, Carlos, what's going on?
Hey, Tom. Hey, Tommy. Good morning.
Morning,
How
Carlos.
are you guys?
How you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Man, you guys getting up so early on that coast.
Oh yeah.
Seriously.
Tom, the reason I call is I got out my position on my gasoline this morning.
Okay.
It seems like it worked very good. Thank you for your help on the other day I called with Basil and Tommy.
Yes.
Now I tried to follow the my plan. So my plan was I ran a Fibonacci and I got out this morning with a decent profit. But now I want to know when there's a rebound, what's a good entry, because that's one of the biggest problems I face, that when I spot something that I can, let's say in my hourly or my daily chart,
Yes.
once I get the money out, I have a hard time looking at a good spot to get in again.
Yeah.
And I want to be patient, but at the same time, I know your projection on the gasoline is lower than what it is right now, but I was so tempted to take the money this morning.
No, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, so the question Carlos has, folks, is not only a great question. Traders face this all the time, and you particularly face it when you have a good either run up or run down, because you've accomplished what you thought was going to happen, right? And then what happens is that then you're out, then you want to get back in. And you have to wait. You have to just wait. Now, what I do, Carlos, is this. When you have large downdrafts or large updrafts, you really almost have to wait a good week, a week and a half before you can find any more good trades, because that's just the way it goes. You know what I mean? You got, let's say that, and let's say if we just talked about, any market that's really trending really well. So if it's trending really well on the way up, and you do really well, and then it's backing down, that wouldn't be a market I'd want to go short. I mean, because to me that wouldn't be a trading market, basically, okay? Just the opposite on the way down. Now, in this case here, what I do is I put this up in a 10-minute chart. So I'd like to see a 10-minute chart line up with, a daily chart. And you can see on a 10-minute chart, I mean, it's good you took the money, because see this right over here? That's on a 10-minute chart, 175.45. We had some volume on that at 10:40 on the 8th of February. Was that Friday? No, 8th of February. That's last Wednesday, I guess, right? So on the opposite side of that, in order to go short this position again, what you're actually looking for is you're going to be looking for a rejection today with lighter volume as it goes into the 176.52, and that's where it bounced from the top.
Yes.
And then you'd like it to get up to right where you shotted it before at the 181. So you can have I have to have something that it's going into, so at least can talk to me. You know what I mean? The ones that are in the middle are terrible because it hasn't said anything. You just might feel like you want to go shot along, but I like to see them at least commit to some kind of swing point and either have volume or not have volume, and hold price or not hold price. Because then,
Sure.
Can I ask the second part of this? Another question I have related to this. I short this time the gasoline future in the month of March, right? And I noticed that's the kind of when they give the news and the oil and the gasoline, they always talk about the current month. But when you talk about oil, or some of the other hosts talk about oil,
they
use usually a a month ahead. Now, am I doing the wrong thing, shorting a month like the way I did it this time?
You went ahead of the active contract?
Yeah, I shorted on March, and I noticed, like when I called, they use the month of April.
Okay, hold on. What you want to do, you want to be trading the active contract. Let me just...
Okay.
So that would be... No, that'd be right. That's the March contract.
No, it's the April contract.
Oh.
I was just going to the March contract as he was talking, just to see where... That's March.
That's March.
April is the active. If you go back to the commodities.
Yeah. What I try to do is when I receive an opinion, I try to adjust it to the current month I'm using, which is not a big deal. But I want to know, because I don't have experience, I want to know if I'm doing the right thing, even because I try to trade the contract when I still have plenty of days.
Yeah, okay. Stay right there. You have to trade the active contract, and this is why. So you're trading in and out, right? What happens is that if you're trading the month after that, right, they don't move the penny for penny. And in fact, Andy Hecht has an amazing story about a guy who he's working with, and when the Iraq War started, she was shot all these longer-term contracts, and he thought he was going to make a fortune, and he ended up making nothing. Okay? So, yeah, it's for traders, you want to trade the active contract. When people put on large, complex trades and spreads, they're trading. That's a whole different animal, though. That's a mathematical calculation that, you know, you're hedging, you're doing a lot of different things. So trade the active contract, because that is the one that is traded, number one, and it's going to move as you expect it to move.
Sure.
You know.
Well, that's one of the reasons I've been doing, Tom, without even really knowing, because I notice it moves penny or tick by tick, and on the contract that it's ahead, 1 month ahead.
Yes.
Sometimes I see very little candles, or sometimes no candle and gaps.
Right.
Either one up or down.
Right. And so there's your basis right there.
Oh,
and
thank
particularly
you.
Trying to, you know, you have a movement and then you're trying to get out and it's not active enough, and you know, and it has to do with what you should do when Andy's on, right? Call in and ask him about that story, because it's a great story. It's like an amazing story. It's like
I'm gonna ask him.
Yeah, because then he'll explain it right down to the details, so you can really understand that. Wow, they don't move the same, particularly on big events that you think that, oh, this is going to be great. Well, they don't. They don't move like that. You know, they don't have to move like that. Let's put it that way. That's what it comes down to.
Yes, and I noticed during the night, because I trade during the night, the spreads are bigger.
Oh, sure they are. Yeah. No, yeah, for sure. Yeah. For sure.
Well, yes.
Okay, Carlos, you have a great one and a safe one, man.
Thany you very much. Thank you for your help. Have a
great
nice
day. Okay,
thank
bye-bye.
you.
Yeah, this market just doesn't want to give it up. What is intriguing here is this, folks. Okay, if you happen to be in the metals, so if you look at the GDX, the equities aren't giving it up. The GDX is only down 32 cents.
Yeah, for such a huge day it had on Friday too.
Right. And we'll talk about one of them that folks really aren't familiar with, Newcrest in Australia. They just printed money hand over fist.
Not bad.
Yeah, I know. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Dow right now is up 102. Nasdaq's up 27. S&Ps are up 9.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives.
If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen, live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den, absolutely free, for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video, giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Darrell Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. The Dow right now is up 106. You get the NASDAQ up 27. S&Ps are up 9. And if we go look at this, well, actually, we'll bring up the Dow first. So, bottom line is that you're away from the last swing high by a couple hundred points, about 250 points. Inside the Dow today, the strength versus the weakness, Caterpillar is up 1.8%. You got Goldman up 1.5%. JP Morgan's up 1.5%. Taken away from it, Verizon's down 1%. You get Nike off 0.5. Inside the NDX 100, Tesla's up 3%. Look at this Tesla, man. Tesla was a confirmed ABC up. Was it going to do another one? It is. Oh, my God. Look at this. Okay, so here was the confirmed ABC up down here.
Okay.
This is crazy. Okay, so that was 180 is your A. 223, so it's at $43, right?
Yep.
That gives you 253. I took out the B point there. You get to 258.
Sure.
That was pretty intense,
Yeah.
right? And then it's doing another one, man. This is small. Most conservative one would be 225 to 258. That's still $23, right?
Yep.
47, 57, 67.
70. It's passed out.
Yeah, 73.
Yeah.
So it's finishing that up, too.
Quite a day. It's up 850, yeah.
It's intense. And what's helpful there, of course, is that you got a 27% short position in Tesla. My God. Seriously. So Regeneron's the number 2 leader inside the NDX 100. You get Seagate Technology is up 1.8%. Now, taken away from it is T-Mobile is down 3%. Activision is down 2.5%, but that was up 14% on Friday.
Okay.
NVIDIA is down 2.1%. Expedia is off 1.7%. Look at this Activision. You talk about gaming. Not bad, huh?
Yeah.
They came out with their numbers. Stock had closed at $38 and opened the next day at 47.
And are they making like app games where you have in-app purchases, those types of, or is
I
that
don't-
like a console?
That's
I
the
don't know.
Call of Duty. The
Okay, so a console, like a PlayStation, or some are some are mobile app, where you're like free, and then they're in-app purchases and stuff. And
right.
the amount of money some of those companies have, I think they had Super Bowl ads.
Oh yeah, no
It's
doubt.
pretty remarkable.
Yeah, I think the basis of the business plan is that, let's say that you're at your house, I'm at my house, everyone's at our house, people are playing against each other, so
Sure.
it's a subscription type basis too.
No,
do you know what I mean?
yeah, that works.
Pretty intense.
I had my video game days.
Yeah.
I can appreciate them.
No doubt.
I
man.
can.
No doubt. If we go take a look at a uranium UTF.
We have a caller here. Can you see
okay.
him?
I can't.
Kevin in Orlando.
Oh.
Kevin, good morning.
Hey, Kevin, how you doing?
Good morning, guys. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
I'm doing fantastic.
Cool.
Just wanted to talk about U.S. Steel. I initiated a long position on February the 9th at 35.5. I like the pattern, and I wanted to get your view on, if you like the pattern or not, and maybe a price target.
Okay, so let's take a look at it. So this had an amazing run. I mean, it started out on the 2nd of November at $17, runs up to 39, pulls back to 30. Well, this is what you need out here today. So first off, it did last Thursday. It's pushing into the swing point, and you had the volume expand. So you got to 37.50. Now the high is 39.14. Friday the volume dropped off. What you want to watch out here today is that if it holds 39.14, yeah, you can get some action. You'd want to see the volume expand quite a bit, but it looks like it's going to, because we're already done 8.4 million.
Yep.
If you get 27 million, you got game, and that would be a very large ABC structure on the way up. Let me just look at this on the weekly, because this, to me, even when that pullback came, I was actually bearish on this. I thought that was the end of this run. Because of the way that it hit that low of 37.1, because that volume expanded pretty dramatically.
Yep.
But guess what? If it stays over this level, man, then that high can be had at $46, going all the way back till September.
Yeah, I also like the way it looks like it's breaking out of that bull flag pattern.
Yeah, no, it's pretty. I can see it's pretty. There's no doubt about that. So you get a short position of 11.2%. That'll help you. I'd make sure that gets the volume today. That's the real bottom line.
Okay.
You stay over the 39.14, and if you get over the 39.14, you're over it now. If you stay over it more than 27 million shares, you get big action, because then 17, 27, 37. Oh my God, what is it? $22. So that'd be $52.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep.
Yep. So.
All right, we'll pray for volume today then.
That's a beautiful thing. Totally.
All right. Hey, thanks. You guys have a good one. Appreciate your help.
Okay, Kevin.
You
Have
too.
a great one. Have a safe one.
Pray for volume.
There it is. Pray for volume, man. It's a beautiful thing. Look at this market, man. So you got the Dow's up $113. I know. We're talking about Newcrest. So if you trade, Chris, if you trade the GDX, folks, okay, this is an equity that I think it's the fourth largest equity inside the GDX, but you want to take a look at it. Not that you want to take a look at it, but you do want to track it. So this, had a low out here of $16.35. This is Australian now. You're looking at this on Australia. So it's $16.35. Australia runs up to $23. Now these guys came out with their numbers, and this is pretty amazing, because the gold contract, only went up like $150. That being said, what happened is that the amount of money they took in was huge. So Australia's biggest gold producer said first half earnings jumped more than fourfold on bullion's price surge and higher volumes. Underlying profit was $273 million in the 6 months ended December 31st from $63 million a year early. Imagine that.
Yeah. They had decent estimates, 267, but they beat that still by 6-7 million, and they trounced the year earlier. Average gold price of $1,277 compared to $1,113 an ounce a year earlier. Shares were up as much as 2%.
And you can see what happens in these big gold companies, folks, is that because they push out millions of ounces of gold, you know, $100 is a difference. Right. A big difference, exactly. You know, where a lot of us are used to it, including myself. Smaller gold companies push out like 400,000 or 500,000 ounces of gold. You know, you get in those big numbers, man. It's big dollars.
Yeah, $250 million profit. And then, not bad profit.
You stay right there. Tommy and I are coming right back, folks. Dow right now is up 108. Nasdaq's up 21. S&Ps are up 8.5. We're gonna be right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. And folks, if you haven't test drove the Nadex platform, great time to do it. Come over to our website at TFNN. You'll be able to bring up the platform. They'll put $25,000 of paper money into your account. You can see how these defined option contracts trade. I just want to show you something here, though, as we're doing this. this is I'm jumping here for a second. So across the Bloomberg, it says CNBC, next up is gold. The Trump trade has been negative for the precious. Let's just look at this because I want to show you
Precious metals, something.
Yeah, but I want to show you something because when you're reading anything, folks, okay, the correlation, you want to basically look and say, oh, really? Because the Trump trades, the so-called Trump trade, hasn't been negative. These equities are up a couple 100%.
Sure.
And that's the ironic part about it. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay.
Yeah. So next up is gold. The Trump trade has been negative for the precious metal. Stronger dollar and expectations of a Fed rate cut, downward pressure on the gold prices.
Okay, so that's the headline, folks. Right now,
Sure.
now watch, and I'm not picking on CNBC for this. I've
Sure.
seen Bloomberg do it. I've seen just
Sure.
and now watch if we just if we pull up the XAU, the HUI, it's just this is factually not correct. So the XAU, okay, let's go to November 4th.
Back. There you go. Yeah.
Right there.
No.
Okay, so November 4th. So we're at $87, okay? The XAU, no doubt, got killed, went from $87 down to 71. Well, that was December 20th.
Sure.
From December 20th, we've gone from 73 up to 94.
Yeah.
It's intriguing when you see.
Sure.
And this is just not. The reason I wanted to bring that up because I see this all day long, and it's just not in the metals I'm talking. I see headlines come across and say, "This is funny, man." You know what I mean? That this is not what's happening, but it's all when they started the article, what they can grab people's attention with.
Sure.
You know, all of the above. You know, so pretty wild.
Yeah.
If we do go over and we take a look at this, the contract again, GC, what you're going to see. So, and the gold contract, I have till 1:30 to basically get this thing over 1225. And, you know, we'll see where that shakes out. The last time down right there is going to be 1223.40. Now, that's going to be a little tough to get over because I have some volume there.
Sure.
I get over that and I get action. If I get over that, this thing will be at 1229.40. So, what is intriguing, which I just said a little bit earlier too, is that they're actually not hitting the equities. So that gives you it gives me an indication that this thing is not going to stay down there all day long. Silver's at $17.81. Now, what silver did do on Friday, so one of the largest copper mines went on strike Friday.
Okay.
The largest copper mine in the world.
Okay.
And because silver is such a huge byproduct of copper, the silver market took off. Isn't that wild?
Sure.
That you'd think that, wow, I kept looking at it, I said, why is silver up? And then one of the tigers in the
silver
den.
had quite a run Friday.
It did, exactly. One of the tigers in the den said, well, the copper, here, you want to see something? HGH7, copper.
HC. You know.
Oh, okay. Look at that run.
Yeah, Friday.
Friday, we did. Look at that. So you did 125,000 contracts. You take out the high of 274, which is 48,000. You get an ABC up, you know. And some of these little Taseko, that's look at this thing.
Yeah.
That
nice day today as well.
Exactly. This was a 42-cent stock in November 21st. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. November 7th.
So tell that the Trump trade's been bad for this stock. It was 40.
Feel like 3 times your money.
It was 45 cents, folks, on November 4th, and it's $1.59. Yeah. So volumes out here. Let's see what we got. Well, actually, let's go to the IBB. So the biotechs. Yeah, the biotechs are hanging up at this high up here. Swing high is 286, 287. It's coming into that whole area.
You know, just looking at TGB in the run, I saw that movie, I think it was called Gold, right, with Matthew McConaughey. Andy Heck did a show on it.
Okay.
That's about Brexit.
Did you see it? Was it
yeah,
good?
I saw it. It was pretty good. It was.
Okay. I got to see that.
Yeah, it's a good movie. It is. It's just interesting to see the rise, and I made me think of it because I was looking at that chart and saying maybe people should hopefully are taking some profits there if you've actually got in at 45 cents and you're up at $1.59.
Right.
Because in that movie they have their rise, and it's like, did people take any money? Did he? It's like. Can always go well taking some cash with that type of deal. Yeah.
I remember that I wasn't in the market there. I wasn't particularly in the gold market at all. And I remember the headlines were everywhere on the stock. You know?
It's just pretty remarkable, that you had a company that was providing their own tests of their soil.
Yes, exactly.
And it ran that far without anybody getting that third-party check before.
Just at the right time to push a good fraud out of it.
Right, exactly. We see it over and over, though, man.
I know.
Happens, right? It's pretty wild. And it will continue to happen. You know it will.
It will.
Yeah.
Now, when you look at the Nadex platform, too, folks, so on Wednesday, we have oil numbers. We always like to trade those oil numbers. Thursday, you get the gas numbers. As you test drive this, move around a little. You can move around, get a feeling of how these trade. Inside the NDX 100, the spreads have come down dramatically, which is really cool.
Yeah. And for both of your trades, you have some room to make up, but that is the first bounce that we've seen in a long while for at least some optimism for whatever just happened there, right at 10:30.
And it's in both.
Gold and in, exactly, the euro.
This is important to understand, too. When you're putting on trades, and if you're going into different indices, make sure you at least have an idea of what trade you're actually putting on. See, I know that this is the same trade.
Sure. You're going to move correlated.
Yeah, like going long the euro last night, that's all I could go long. I couldn't, because that's all the currencies are open.
Sure.
So I like that trade anyway.
Sure.
But I knew coming this morning, I'm going to go long gold, too.
Yes.
So.
Yep.
And bottom line is that we'll see where this shakes out. What you do have, as I said a little bit earlier, when they can't take these equities down. I mean, if we go over and we take a look at this GDX, that's saying, okay, we still get buyers. Now that would make sense because the correlation is the market's up 100 too.
Right.
It's like, okay, hold it. The market's up 100. Things should
that's
be.
That's going to help them as well.
That's going to help.
Even though they're in the gold
That's going to help them.
Yeah.
So you're going to take that into consideration a bit. No doubt about that. And then I just go right back to the good U.S. dollar because it's the dollar that has got sold off continually intraday, and we'll see if that ends up happening again. The dollar would have to come. The index would have to come under 101.015, and right now you're at 101.
Just above there.
Yeah, it's just above it. You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow's up 117, Nasdaq's up 25, S&P's up 9. We're going to be right back.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has put together the finest live programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 9 hours a day starting at 8 a.m. as John Logan kicks us off each trading day with the Global Market Pulse. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Mondays and Fridays, catch live trading on the Nadex platform with host Tom and Tommy O'Brien, along with Darrell Martin on the Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN, educating investors. Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go over and take a look at URA for one of the Tigers. Now, the URA, folks, is the Global X Uranium ETF. So let's see. This gives you exposure to mining companies worldwide, uranium mining companies worldwide. And, okay, so Cameco is the largest one in there. That's 18.1%. You get Next Gen at 13. Okay, so...
Those two alone are a third of the whole fund.
Yes. And this has been quite a run, so, this stock was trading December 28th at $12. It's at 18. If you're in it, I'd take some money right now, because you can see what's happening here is that you had a sweet run up to $18.60. You've hit $18.34 today, and the volume is dying on the ground, on the vine. If you're not going to take it there, you let it test it right to the top, and if it doesn't have the volume, then take it, because that just throws it into consolidation, which would make sense. You just went up 50%. Right. Yeah. And if you go over to, I'll show you, if you go over, what I do is you go right over to CCJ, and CCJ is also in a consolidation, and it very well might be an ABC down. CCJ went from 741 up to 1336, came down hard, and that wrecked the whole deal, coming down on the January 18th. So it looks like CCJ's bottom line going to do an ABC structure on the way down. So I would be taking some money out there. We go back over to the euro. I still have.
Excuse me.
The euro.
That's a bounce.
I have a long way to go in the euro, but bottom line is it's not as bad as it was when we started. Gold contract I have a little more faith in right now, because what you have with gold is that we're at 1223, and that's where it gets me back inside. It's actually 1223. If I get back inside the larger range, and the top of that range is 1232.
Yeah, and you're close to 1225, which is where you start getting some value.
Right, and with 10 contracts, the value is very quick.
It is. That's for sure.
The cool thing about coming close to the bottoms of the boxes, folks, when the danger is you're going to lose all the money. The upside of that is that it's costing you very few dollars for some real tractions with...
Yeah, I mean, you look at it the best way per contract. $13 per contract, I think, is your risk. So, that's for $500 of potential profit if you ever got... 487.
Oh, I know. No,
yeah.
I know. And,
so that's when you're
and also per contract, it's $100 once it's getting over the 1225.
Every single dollar.
Which in the gold market, you can get $3 or $4.
We know those moves are possible, right?
Right.
For
very,
sure.
very quickly.
For sure.
So, You stay right there, folks. We got our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, coming up next. And, of course, then we're going to swim lessons. And this is option expiration week, too. You know, monthly option expiration this Friday.
Yep.
Steve Rhodes will be coming up from 1 to 2. We got Dave White. I'll be back this afternoon. Janet Yellen tomorrow. Janet Yellen starts her testimony, semi-annual testimony in Congress for 2 days. That's going to be intriguing.
Yes.
Because they can ask her questions, too. It goes both ways, folks. So she does a whole statement, and a statement as to, okay, what she thinks or what the Fed thinks is going on. Policy, semi-annual, what's going on. Then they get to start drilling down on them. And there's going to be some
That'll
drilling.
Be fun.
Oh, there's going to be some drilling
There'll
down.
be some questions.
There's going to be some questions out here. Particularly because there's a few, well, there's more than a few. There's plenty of people that want to basically get the Fed under their control.
Sure, everybody.
Yeah. You stay right there, folks. I'm Mr. Basil Chapman will be coming up next. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Go get him. Go gold.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.